woke up, rolled out of bed, grabbed my coffee from earlier, got my car keys, got my little tote bag. We are on a mission. We're gonna go get another coffee. I know you're probably thinking, but Maya, you are drinking a coffee right now. Yes, this is for right now me. The other coffee is for future me, for tomorrow when all of the coffee shops are indeed closed. So let's go and get some coffee, and I will talk to you guys about today, the plan, the strategy, the everything. Yes. Oh my goodness, you guys, I am so sorry. My apologies, I'm so rude. Happy Summerween Day 1. Hope you guys are just having a wonderful day. Let's have a good time. Hi guys, so this is gonna be a multi-angled day today. Aren't you guys so lucky, and aren't I so brave for trying to film out in the wild, aka out in the parking space outside of my garage. I've essentially lived a full day for this readathon essentially, and we're really starting the actual reading portion of the day tonight, but I did do a lot of content stuff earlier this morning, and by content stuff I mean I posted a video, my July TBR, and it also features the fact that I announced that I'm a part of this readathon, and has linked all of the readathons that I am participating in the description box down below, so go check that out if you guys decide to go and see that video. But every single video that I post this month is going to have both readathons, regardless of what information is inside of the videos, if they are pertaining to one particular readathon or no readathon at all. They will be linked for the entire month. So that was done and completed, but then also I completed the daily Instagram prompt, which is going to actually transition me so well to what I'm doing outside of my house, which is doing the second daily Instagram prompt. I am finding that if I film in advance or take photos in advance, it's just easier to post on day of and just feel calm and chill and not have to like scramble around. Tomorrow's prompt is going to be post a picture of books with covers that have pink spines. Okay, not just pink covers, pink spines when you post them. I have two. I might have a third here in my trunk because even though I unhauled some books, I did not actually take them to the secondhand thrift store yet. So we're gonna see if there are any books that I can choose to help with the number count. If not, we have two books that are gonna be posted, so let's take a look. That is the pile of books that I'm talking about. Let's just see if there is any with pink on the spine. I already see one. This one, The Gravity of Us by Phil Stamper. I may actually keep this. I remembered really liking this, so I don't know why I'm giving it away. But okay, so we have that. Let's see. All right, so I'm seeing Autobiography by Christina Lauren. It does have some pink on the spine, but not very much. It kind of blends in and is more purple, but then again, so is this one, so maybe we can have a blending in. We could try. My biggest fear was realized. Someone pulled up near where I was filming, and there's no way that they didn't see it, and that's just gonna have to be okay. I have faced my fear, looked it in the eye, ran away as quickly as possible, but I still faced it, so I consider that a win. I found two books that have technically pink on the spine, as you guys can see, but it's definitely more prominently purple. But because there's two of them that are more blending into prominently purple, and there's two completely just pastel-like pink, it could be a vibe. It could be a vibe. We could really just like do something with that. So we're gonna see if we could do something with the four of them. But anyways, let's go take the picture. Alrighty, okay, we are in my room. Ignore any mess you might see. Listen, I'm still moving back in, okay? It's not even a cope to say that because I genuinely just have a lot of stuff squished over here because I needed stuff out of hello, I needed stuff out of there, and that is all my mom's stuff. So she said she was gonna take some stuff out so that I could put my stuff in. So not a cope. Alrighty, so what I am lucky enough to have though if we is a singular shelf that is available. So what we're gonna attempt to do, okay, is make it look presentable. Okay, so my thinking is obviously the two books that have, I keep doing that, mostly purple spines are going to be on the bottom, and I get so lucky because The Gravity of Us has a darker shade of purple than Autobiography, which is the smaller version. So I'm just going to stack them on top of each other like that, okay? And then for the two fully pink covers, I have White and Royal Blue by Casey McQuiston and Heartstopper Volume, oh look at that, Volume 1 by Alice Oseman. We have stuff to talk about this, okay? But we'll get back to that. Right now we're here, we're locked in. So I was gonna put this under this for cohesion of sizes here, directly on top. Try to, oh boy, try to do that. Now I could do the laying on the side situation, or I could do just like all clumped together, but I am not sure. Oh, I kind of like that actually. You know what I would really love is if the typewriter were a little smaller, and then I could put these by the typewriter. So if I want to stand them up, do I position them with something cute? Do I position them with, hold on. I don't know why I didn't think of this before. Let's just see. Let's just see. Okay, but where would it would have to be like, oh. Okay. Okay. Are we gonna stare lovingly at the books? Or are we gonna stare lovingly at me? How are we gonna do this? Alrighty. Oh, there we go. Okay, so this is my view. Like, isn't that so cutie? It does look like a little bit bulbous, so maybe not, but it was a good idea. Maybe I'll take a few pictures with the plushie and then we'll just see what we feel like tomorrow. Listen, I do too much with everything I do, which is why I get so freaking overwhelmed so freaking quickly if I don't have ways to manage the overwhelmingness of it all. So, ooh, or. I think I got it. It doesn't hurt to try. I'm gonna take a few pictures. Well, a couple of pictures turned into a whole photo shoot with our little star here, and I'm not mad about it. With that being said, y'all, I think I have enough photos to choose from, and also I think it'll look so cute against the graphic that I was able to get. I think it looks very, very nice, and I would like to continue using it. So we're gonna put some of the pictures that we took today, we're gonna put it on that backdrop. We're just gonna see what works the best, and we will go from there. But that is tomorrow's problem. Tonight's problem is strategy and actually getting some books read. So first off, I did say that I wanted to complete a DIY project so that I can get my essentially office space back. So that is the first line of strategy for this evening. We're gonna be listening to an Audible book, and I already have the book that I want. We're steadily reading through that on Audible. I read what essentially counted as book 1 for the Tarot Readathon, so it's only fitting that I use it for yet another month-long readathon that is points and team-based and all of that. That is the first book that I'm actually going to dive into. I thought I would have already picked up the Amalfi Curse by now, or shoot, any of the other books that could help me off the killer for my final FMC, but no. I have come off of a month of a lot of reading, a lot of investing social energy into discords and lives and all of these different things, and I'm still in discords and lives, and it is taking up a lot of social battery, so that when I have a moment to just be, I kind of just let myself be and not go into other worlds, not turn on my brain for anything else. I just kind of exist and play games on my phone, and that is okay. And that is what I need for today. That is what I needed for this morning, to continue this morning so that I can be ready and motivated and energized to read tonight. I know I probably don't sound it. Look, I got off of work, I had an hour nap, I woke up, and we're filming now. So there is a mix of motivation, energy, let's do this. And then there's also the very real aspect of, I'm kind of tired, I'm kind of awake, I might stay awake for like an hour or two more, go to bed for an hour or two, wake up, eat a late dinner, read in the dark for as much as I possibly can of the Nancy Drew book, and then conk right back out. Wake up at freaking 2 a.m. Let's freaking go. Let's get that holiday pay. Let's get that long work week pay. Let's freaking do it. Let's end this week right, because tomorrow is my last day of my long work week. Bless. It's also 4th of July. Bless. It's also after payday. Bless. It's a lot of stuff is going on. A lot of social battery is being used up. It's not a bad thing. It's just one of those things where it's like, it's gonna look a little less enthusiastic than what I can normally give. I'm so sorry, but it is the reality, and I would like to vlog during this time, mostly so that I can remind myself what I accomplished and what I didn't, so that when it comes down to how I want to reward myself for doing all of the things this week, I will know what is the accurate rewards and not forget any for myself. Because yes, I am going to be doing a little reward thing for at least this aspect of Summerween, because there are a lot of different things going on. There's the daily Instagram prompts, there's the bingo board, there's the regular prompts, there is me wanting to film the week throughout the week, however that is gonna look with my energy and my capability. And so I want to reward myself for the little things that I am able to accomplish, and reward the little wins with something fun, cheap, not gonna break the bank or anything, but just something that is, fun and enjoyable. So I will explain what those rewards are once I officially come up with them and they make sense in my head. Then we'll do that. So that's another thing that I want to get done maybe tonight, but I'm not gonna push myself harder than, let's just get the DIY project freaking done, because it's literally just cutting out the cards. That's it, cutting out cards. It shouldn't be that difficult. Summerween Day 2! Woo! Happy late 4th of July, because that is what today is. I'm so excited. Y'all, I am wearing my Hamilton shirt to celebrate. Much like yesterday, I have lived like a full life for not only this readathon, but also Sunrise on the readathon, and just like participating in all of the activities. Well, not all of them. I'm sure there's so much more that I just don't even know about. I'm doing the best I can on whatever type of social battery energy I have. Yet, I still have quite a fair few things to update you guys on. So first of all, let me update you guys on the daily Instagram posts, because that seems to be what I start off with. Yesterday, I had kind of gone through the process with you guys of setting up the photo, taking the photo. What you guys have not seen are the pictures that I chose and what I decided to post. Listen, I am shocked. I am shocked that I did it. I'm shocked that I'm pretty timely with these prompts. Now, I may have just jinxed myself by saying that, because tomorrow I need to post like a full-on reel, and that is so much different than pictures. So my strategy for tomorrow's post of the reel of a reading routine, I am going to figure out some aspects tonight. I'm gonna see if I could do like a little night shoot, because strangely enough, it is going to look the most like my reading routine, quote unquote, because recently I found I don't really have a routine per se, and I don't even really have things that I do on the regular that go with my reading. I just have to be in the mood. I just have to have my laptop or computer, if it's Audible or if I'm doing something for the Paid Readers Club, or it has to be physically next to me. I go get it and I read wherever I am. And I feel like, especially recently, it hasn't really overly looked the same way twice, even if the locations are pretty much the same. The time of day is pretty much the same. It's just more so, am I in the mood to read, yes or no? And then I just read. Instead of having a quote-unquote reading routine reel, I'm just gonna go with, here is what I've been doing to read as someone who is learning to create a routine, to create that safe space, to create that time of the day where I get to relax, unwind, and just go away to another world and open up that book. So I think that's what I'm gonna do. Now let's talk a little bit about books, because I have indeed actually picked up a book, and it's not in the way that I expected me to pick up a book, because the first 3 days of the month, I did not pick up a book to save my life. I wanted to. I even put a little poll, or rather my mentor put a little poll in our Discord for me to decide my first read. But like, that wasn't the first book I picked up, unfortunately. Hold on, let me actually get the books, because I was ill prepared. I was just trying to get like the setup together, get my laptop set up as well, get my energy bevy, and start talking to you guys to update, because I wanted to do all of the updates before we got into the events of the evening, because it is the 4th of July. So of course, my mom and I, you know, we're doing something low-key, but we're still doing something for the holiday. So BRB with my reads. Okay, alrighty. And we are back with the books. Also, you know what is so sad? I was editing some video footage today, and I realized I completely lost the footage for my pre-planning for the first day of the readathon. So I actually sat down July 2nd, the evening of July 2nd, and filmed a portion of the video for the first day of Summerween vlog, where I was going to intro my TBR, where I was going to intro my strategy, what I was hoping to do, all of these big plans and big things, and I lost the footage. And it's not even that I lost the footage. You guys, I accidentally deleted the footage. I found that out earlier today. I was so sad. But the one silver lining that I thought of, and this was so just like odd to think of, I almost was so glad about that, because of two things, actually, two silver linings. So the first was that I could be a little bit more succinct. Me in general in all of my videos. Like I think, okay, if I plan, if I strategize, if I have somewhat of a direction for this video, it won't be that long. Cut to 2 hours of raw footage later, and I'm just like, okay, maybe not. Then again, maybe not. Hey, yappers do be yapping. It's just gonna be a thing. I just have to plan for that and plan accordingly. And I really do, and have recently. I'm just like, you know what? If I can get one yappy little piece of content per evening, we're good, we're golden, we're set. So that was my little yappy video that I was gonna make that night, instead of making the mid-year freakout book tag, which is something that is probably coming out before Summerween Day 1. Don't know when, don't know how, but I have been gathering my digital footprints together on Storygraph, so that should be coming out momentarily. I just realized that. I was like, I could have done that tag instead. Stay so tuned for that. I said I read a book, and I did. I started reading the Nancy Drew Diaries, the Once Upon a Thriller by Caroline Keene. I am gonna have the free night to finish this book and then hopefully start Secrets Never Die by Vincent Ralph. Here's the thing. My newest TBR goals and priorities are to read Nancy Drew Diaries, Once Upon a Thriller, and to read Secrets Never Die, just because both of these books fulfill all of the reading prompts for me. And I also just realized and came to the knowledge of the fact that there is a bingo board, and the bingo board encompasses all of the prompts, but then it also has some like fun Summerween activities just to remind you that it is that season and to like treat yourself and stuff like that. I believe one of the activities is to bake a treat and another one is to make a drink. So because I have a longer off week next week, if that makes sense, like I get 3 days off instead of the normal 2 days, I'm thinking we take advantage of this and we look up a recipe or two maybe for either a sweet treat or a sweet bevy and try and make it, question mark, and maybe find a fun like little movie. Ooh, or we could have a little spread of both the sweet treat and the themed bevy and a meal surrounding that, and maybe watch the Gravity Falls Summerween episode that really like popularized Summerween. Like I know that it was a thing past that, I think, I don't know, but I definitely know that it kind of sparked more people to get what that is. So, you know, maybe we watch that. Maybe I subject my mom to that or something like that. I don't know. That is the tentative plan. So my strategy for just this evening, I'm not going to push myself too hard on getting books read or pages read. So my only goal is to enjoy the 4th of July with my mom, eat a nice meal, go see some fireworks, finish off this book, and potentially do my clips for my reading routine video so that I could do the voiceover tomorrow. And with all of that being said, I am going to have a little powwow sesh with my mom to figure out our next moves. I will do that. See you guys in a sec. Hi guys, it is now a little bit later and we have just finished eating dinner. Steak, mashed potatoes, Brussels sprouts, and bacon. And now we're actually going to pack up some dessert and head to my workplace parking lot to go watch the fireworks. I kind of had a feeling we were going to go there anyway. Don't tell my mother that. Now it has been confirmed. Already we're hearing sirens going off. It's going to be a time, it's going to be a night, but I thought I would take you guys along for at least the fireworks. Yay! Let's go. have completed my first book of this readathon week, so I am very happy with the progress that is made, and this will complete a few prompts: reading a book in the dark, a book with pink on the cover, and a book that is under 250 pages. So 3 prompts checked off, 3 spots off the bingo board. And we also did some good filming for my reading routine reel. I will need to do some filming for that tomorrow before I post. So we're gonna do that tomorrow and hopefully get that post done by the evening. But as my mom is currently asleep and I have some more stuff that I need to get done, I am just going to end the vlog here, and I will be seeing you guys for day 3 in another video. Thank you guys so much for watching the video, for taking the time out of your day to do so, to hang out with me for these past 2 days, for the first 2 days of Summerween Readathon. I will have the link to the Readathon announcement video and also the other readathon announcement video that I am participating in, Sunrise on the Readathon, in the description box down below. And as always, thank you guys so much for being the absolute best bookish bestie that ever was, is, or ever will be. I'll be seeing you guys in the next video. Bye!